Hi, I'm Mike. Every second Monday of the month, I get to go into Project Church and record podcasts. The church has two podcasts, the Men of Faith podcast and the Project Sisterhood podcast. We record once a month, get all the podcasts that we need, and then I edit and upload. Today, we're going to talk about editing. This is the Let's Get Political Part 2 podcast that is a crossover between both the Men of Faith and the Project Sisterhood. First thing I need to do is I need to synchronize all of my video and my audio. I'm going to import all of my footage and I'm going to find the specific podcast that I'm working on. I'm going to create a sequence. I have all the audio from the camera. Now I'm going to drag in the individual recordings of those microphones that you see in the frame. Then I'm going to go File, Export, Final Cut XML. And this is going to take this sequence and export it in a format that can be read by other video applications. Once that's exporting, I'm going to open up Syncaila, I don't know how it's pronounced, but it is a synchronization software that reads the waveform of the audio files and matches everything up. And I'm going to throw it in there, let it process, click synchronize, and then boom, all of my video is synced up to my audio. Now I'm going to click export, and that's going to export an XML file that I can then import into Adobe Premiere. Now I need to make some changes to the audio files outside of Premiere before I move on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up these audio tracks in Logic. And then I'm going to do some processing. I'm going to do a heavy noise gate. This is so that I can get really clean, isolated audio of each person as they talk. Once I do that processing, I'm going to do some compression to kind of even out the signals, and I'm going to export those files. Then I'm going to go to Premiere and I'm going to replace the raw audio with these processed audio. Then I'm going to use my AutoPod multicam editor plugin, which is fantastic. Once that's done, then the real actual work begins. This is where I go through and watch the video back in real time, and I'm making adjustments, maybe choosing different video clips, or the main thing is editing the audio, because I want to cut out all of the silence. This is the longest part of the process. I have this MP3 of room tone, and it's just kind of like a mic in a quiet room, and it's like the hum and energy and natural hiss of that room. I'm gonna add that to the podcast. Once all of that is done, then I export it as a ProRes proxy file. Then I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna open up a different Premiere project where I'm going to comp all of the elements, the Men of Faith and the Project Sisterhood intros. Then I'm gonna go to the end and I'm gonna add in my call to action for YouTube, as well as the Instagram handles for both podcasts. Then, and only then, am I ready to export and upload. That is your content marketing for today.